Hey guys, so one of the biggest features of Pre-Approve Me is helping your customers understand how much home they can afford to buy. But a big component of that is the guidelines for the loan programs which your customers are approved for. So what we have in our system is a set of loan templates which serve as sort of a guidelines and restrictions to help your clients while they're out there in the field looking at properties determine which homes they can afford. Now, of course, we're not going to dive too far into the weeds with the customer specifically. As long as you build your templates right and you make sure that they're reflecting the right qualifications in the loan for your customers, they're going to be able to go in there and issue those letters in real time. And kind of behind the scenes, there are going to be guidelines or loan program templates that secure whether or not the customer can qualify for the scenario, the subject property that they are interested in. So start by going to your settings, which is down here in the lower left-hand corner. Click on settings. Then go to either your personal or company settings. If you're a corporate manager, you're going to select company. If you are a loan officer, you only need to affect change in yours. Go ahead and select loan officer. Then go to loan templates and programs and fees. Once in here, you're going to adjust the loan program types. Now you see there's several program types, including some kind of customized templates that I built here just as test options. By default, you're going to have the 5 big ones. You're going to have conventional, FHA, jumbo, USDA, and VA. And the guidelines in these are pretty accurate. Some information may not be the most current, so it's always a good idea to go in there and just double check. But here's an example of the kind of information that you'll need to make sure is accurate. So I'm going to go to my conventional template here and scroll down. The first section is what's called our restrictions. These are your debt to income, your minimum and maximum down payment amounts. So if you've got a conventional loan, for example, I know that we can do a 3% down conventional, which is pretty standard. Minimum and maximum loan amounts. So let's say the max loan amounts now something more like that in the system. I want to make sure that's up to date. If you put zeros in any of these boxes, you're really going to throw the system for a loop. A zero literally means they can qualify for a minimum down payment of 3% here and a maximum of 0%. So the system's not going to understand that. So zero is blank. So if there's no minimum loan amount or no maximum down payment amount, then you want to leave it blank, okay? Then you've got your mortgage insurance. So go ahead and find your factors for your favorite company. If you want to build templates for different different FICO scores clients, you can do that. You can build multiple templates for that. Name them conventional, traditional PMI 740, 720, 700, etc. Now, we will hopefully be doing integration with an MI company here pretty soon, and that will help establish the kind of default so you don't have to worry about it. Then we'll use FICO to help capture the correct pricing. And then fees down at the bottom, these are really designed not to display to the customer, but only to help us determine the APR of the loan. Most of our loan officers do not display the rate at all, so they don't display the APR. Again, remember, this is not an advertising or an advertisement. This is a way for your customer to calculate how much home they can afford. So if they input the purchase price, the down payment, the taxes, the HOA dues, we're going to kick back a payment based on the rate that's being used on the backside. And based on that DTI, we're going to tell the customer, are they qualified? And again, here's that DTI ratio. So in this case, I'm actually going to change mine to 45, which is today's guidelines. And I have now updated my conventional loan. Now, what if I had a more niche-y conventional program like HomePath? Well, I can build a HomePath profile too if I wanted. Click New Program. Use the default template set, right? So there's programs that sort of follow the guidelines for conventional like HomePath, and then guidelines or programs that might be a little bit different than other programs like a VA loan, but let's say a VA loan with no funding fee. So you can build separate programs. You just have to pick the underlying template. Name the program. And remember, this name is what's going to display on the letter. You have two separate names here. You've got a program name, which is your internal name for it, so you can call it whatever you'd like, and your display name, which is the name that's going to show up in the calculator. It's the name that's going to show up on the pre-approval letter itself. Now adjust the differences here. So let's say this is 43, 3%, etc., different MI factors as an example, and save those changes. Now once you've gone through and you've done all that and you've saved the changes, this program will now appear in your list of available programs, okay? So we've got a conventional home path loan built in here. Now, unfortunately, these cannot be organized. By default, we're always going to pick the top ones, the ones that were built first. So if you've got a customer, you sync it over from your LOS system or from your CRM, we're going to try to attach it to the top level initial default programs. But if they're a niche one, a home path, a home ready, VA no funding fee, whatever, and you built the templates for them, you'll need to go into the loan and adjust which loan program they have access to. So you can watch the loan edit or setup video for more information on that. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in.